for joining me on your mat today. Where I'm at today is pretty dreary and rainy day, so it's literally taken everything in me to get on my mat and practice today. So thank you for, definitely doing the hardest thing that you had to do today and being motivated and wanting to move and breathe and, fit your practice into your busy life, or maybe just making yourself be committed to your practice and to movement and to your breath. So today we are going to do a cardio flow, a HIIT yoga flow, so we will incorporate some high intensity interval training sequences within our yoga flow, which is really fun. But just remembering, as always, to connect the breath and the body and have some fun. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll start in seated at the top of your mat. So grounding through the sit bones. Crown of the head reaching towards the sky. Shoulders down the back. I'm just starting to soften the eyes and the face and the jaw as we settle into our space, becoming present in this moment. So just blocking out any distractions. Focusing on yourself for these next few moments, focusing on your breath and your body, and again, how we connect those two. Just breathing normally through the nose here. Crown of the head reaching to elongate the spine. Allowing space between the jaw. Maybe removing the tongue from the top of the mouth. Palms can be wherever comfortable, or maybe facing up to receive. You've come to yoga today, and your duty for this practice is to be in your body with your breath, making shapes. There's nothing you have to achieve with those shapes, and no final form you have to take. The important part of our practice is to make an effort without necessarily attaining anything. Off the mat, many of us struggle with this. How often do we want to work hard without the guarantee that it'll get us something? So right now, as we are in a meditative state, in a seated position, this takes effort too. Many of us with abundant energy and anxiety, resting fully takes a lot of effort. So even if you're not fully letting go of outside distractions or thoughts, just make an attempt. Try. Let's start to engage our Ujjayi breath here. Inhaling fully, occupying every last bit of space in the lungs. exhaling completely. And let's just take 3 rounds of our Ujjayi breath to set the tone for our practice here. Letting the breath be audible. Inhaling positivity and confidence. Exhaling any doubt or anxiety that you're holding on to. Just letting it all go. So we'll place the hands onto the mat. On the inhale, press the chest forward, look up, seated cow. Exhale, arch the back, belly button to spine, chin to chest, seated cat. We'll do 3 rounds of this. Bring the shoulders down. One more. Come back to your seated. Again, shoulders down the back. Interlace the fingers behind you. Open the chest. Look up to the sky. Maybe bringing the knuckles and fingers down to the mat. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. So coming up onto the fingertips and spider, crawling them out a little bit further. Staying on the fingertips here. And I have my left leg on top in my seated position. So if you have your right, then that's okay too. But since I have my left, I'm going to start to spider crawl the fingers over to the left side. If you have your right leg, go ahead and go to the right side. And maybe inhale, lift a little. Exhale, come down a little bit deeper. Keeping the sit bones grounded. Maybe coming down to the palms. Come back up onto our fingertips, spider crawl back to center. And then slowly come up to your seated. So whatever leg you had on top, that will come onto the bottom. Opposite leg comes onto the top. Bring the hands down to the mat. 3 rounds of seated cat-cow or cow-cat, whatever way you'd like to start. Coming back to center, reaching the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Again, spider crawling the fingers. And then whatever leg you have on top, you'll go to that side. So go ahead and spider crawl the fingers over. And fold forward. fold over that leg. Remembering to breathe. And go ahead, come back to center your forward fold. And slowly come back to seated. Place the hands onto the mat. We're coming to our tabletop. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Getting your nice alignment here. Elbow creases facing forward. We'll curl the toes under. Let's just hover the knees here for a moment. Starting to engage that fire within. And slowly straightening the knees, coming into your first downward facing dog. Feet are hip distance apart. Fingers are spread wide, and we're placing the weight in our thumb and first fingers here. Maybe just bicycling the knees, easing into your pose. Shaking the head, shoulders down the back, opening the chest. Hips are high, heels are low. Head is heavy. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale back to your downward facing dog. Bend into the knees, look forward. Exhale, downward facing. We'll do this one more time. Lift the heels, arch the back, come into your plank pose. Lift the hips, sink the heels, downward facing dog. We'll do this 3 more times on your own breath. Being nice and arched here. And on your last plank, you'll hold it and breathe. Bend into the knees and step up to the front of your mat. Feet are hip distance, bend into the knees, drop the hips. Ragdoll, hang out here. Feel the spine decompress as the head is heavy. You can let the arms hang, interlace the fingers, or grab opposite elbows. Maybe just swaying here a few times, letting the back release, letting that stress and tension release. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten the knees, flat back. down to your ragdoll. Again, maybe swaying here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. So if you need to keep that bend in the knees, go ahead. Grounding through the feet, all four corners. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands can come to the shins as well, if that's in your practice. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. You can even maybe grab the big toes with the peace fingers to help the top body get closer to the legs. And we'll come back down into our ragdoll. Inhale to our chair pose. So we're going to come into chair burpees, and this will be for, we'll do this 5 times. So we'll come into our chair. Exhale, place the hands and step back to a bent knee plank. Come back up, chair. Exhale, bent knee plank. That's 2. And come back to your chair. Coming up onto the balls of the feet. If you'd like, you don't have to. Exhale, forward fold. So we'll do 5 more chair burpees here. When you're ready, we'll bend into the knees, come into our ragdoll first. And come up to our chair 5 times. Come back to our chair, hands to heart center. Getting our heart rate elevated already. Exhale, twist to the right side, chair prayer twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, fold. Come back down to your ragdoll, up to your chair pose, hands to heart center, and on your exhale, twisting to the other side. Inhale to center, exhale, fold, grounding through the feet, slowly coming to standing, top body is heavy here. Shoulders down the back. Glutes, thighs, and core are engaged, zipping up the belly. Crown of the head reaches. And we'll run through our sun salutation A. Getting back with our breath. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Place the hands, step back, high to So if there's at any time during these sun salutations that maybe you need a minute in a pose that feels good, take that time for yourself. Taking care of yourself in this practice. Inhale with the heels. Bend the knees, walk up to the front. I always like to keep my hands on the mat. That's up to you. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Slowly come up to standing as we reach the arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale halfway. Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow through. Inhale with the heels. Bend the knees. Walk, step, jump. And slowly halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root, rise, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Chaturanga. And then we'll shift forward into our plank, and we'll come into 20 seconds of mountain climbers alternating. Let's go ahead and start. And step up to our ragdoll. Inhale to your chair. And one more chair burpee. When you're ready, go ahead. And forward fold. Hang out. Catch your breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Chaturanga. We'll come up onto the balls of the feet, bring the knees down. Come down onto the forearms. So, we're going to engage the core here, bring the belly button to the spine, and we'll actually lift the right knee, keeping the knee bent, foot flexed. And for 45 seconds, we're going to kick up in the sky, keeping that foot flexed. Let's go ahead and start. Twenty more seconds. and come to a child's pose. Take a moment. Let's come back onto the forearms. Bring the knees underneath the hips. Again, bring that belly button to spine. And lift the left knee, keeping it bent. And for 45 seconds, let's go ahead and start. More seconds. Then we'll come down, cross the ankles, come onto your bottom. Interlace the fingers. Open the chest. Look up to the sky. Slowly come back to center. Place the hands onto the mat, tabletop. And then we'll come into a plank, flow through our chaturanga, meet and downward facing. We'll shift our weight forward into our plank, slowly coming down all the way. Hands are next to the chest, elbows squeeze into the body, tops of the feet press into the mat. As we squeeze the legs together, inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, cobra, hold it, maybe hover. Exhale, release. Curl the toes under, lift up to our high plank. Shift back to our downward facing dog. Left heel lifts. And swing it through. Coming into a high lunge here. And we'll come into our wide-legged stance. So we're eventually going to meet in horse pose. So however your toes feel best here in horse, but normally they're about 45 degrees. And we'll drop the tailbone, bend into the knees, lift the chest. So here, we're going to come into a goalpost arm and start to twist. And we'll do this for 45 seconds. So let's go ahead and start. So still keeping that tailbone rooted down. Go ahead and start. Twist. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, maybe trying to twist a little bit deeper each side. center, straighten the legs. Maybe interlace the fingers to open the chest. Back bend here. And then bring the toes to a 90-degree angle and fold forward. You can bring the fingertips out to the side of the mat. Again, spider crawling them out. Inhale, halfway lift wherever you are. And exhale, fold a little bit deeper. So we'll slowly come back up to our wide-legged stance. Again, bring those toes about 45 degrees. We're going to come into another horse HIIT sequence. This time, our goalpost arms. We'll bring the right knee to the right elbow and alternate for 45 seconds. Go ahead and start. So maybe shortening the stance here, but breathing. Keeping that chest wide open. Sitting deep each time. Back to a wide-legged stance. Reach the arms up. Exhale, sit down into your goddess squat. So again, if you need to shorten the stance, go ahead. Take a minute. Bring the hands down to the mat, lift the hips, and we'll come back into that high lunge with the left knee bent. Hands to frame the foot, step back, chaturanga, flow through, maybe hovering the left foot. Your breath. Right heel lifts on the inhale, exhale, swing it through, come into that high lunge first, and then we'll come into our horse sequences on the other side. So let's go ahead and open up, come into your horse. And again, we'll come into our goalpost, arms, and start to twist. Keeping that tailbone tucked. More seconds. And come into a wide-legged stance. Reach the arms up. Fold forward. Again, if you'd like to spider crawl, fingers out. Inhale halfway, wherever you are. And exhale, fold a little bit deeper. slowly come back to our wide-legged stance. Find our horse pose again. Our goalpost arms again. And we'll tap the elbow with the knee. Focusing on our glutes today. 10 more seconds. And meet in our goddess squat. Finding our breath again. Bring the hands down, lifting the hips, and finding your high lunge. And then flow through chaturanga. Inhale, left heel lifts. Swing it through into your lunge. Open up to your wide-legged stance. Right hand onto the mat. Left hand up to the sky, twist. And bring the left hand down. We'll bring the hands towards the front. Come into that high lunge and then inhale, crescent warrior. Hands come to heart center, crescent warrior, twist. Inhale, crescent warrior, arms come up. Exhale, place the hands. Step back to your high plank. Slowly come all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release, curl the toes under. Downward facing dog. Right heel lifts. Swing it through. Come into your wide-legged stance. And opposite hand comes down. Opposite arm comes up, twist. Bring that hand down and come to the front of the mat. Find your crescent warrior. And twist. Inhale to your crescent warrior. Exhale, place the hands down. Step back, come all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. And meet in your downward facing dog. Inhale, right heel lifts. Swing it through. Come into your high lunge. We're going to come into skating lunges for 45 seconds. So what we'll do is we'll come into a lunge here, twist, lunge, twist, trying to find your balance here. And coming back to the lunge. Chaturanga. Left heel lifts. And swing it through. Alternating these lunges. Go ahead and start. Fifteen more seconds. And come back to the lunge at the top of your mat. Chaturanga. Flow through. Inhale, right heel lifts. Swing it through, plant that foot. Find your drishti and slowly meet in your version of tree pose. So if it's your ankle, shin, or your thigh. And whatever your arms feel today, heart center, down to the ground, or up to the sky. Pressing the left knee back. Knee comes up to hip height. Step back to your lunge and chaturanga. Downward facing. You can always skip your chaturanga. Left heel lifts. And swing it through. Plant. Get your nice strong foundation, all four corners of the feet. And then slowly up to your tree pose. Slowly and mindfully. Knee comes to center, hip height, and then kick back to your lunge and chaturanga. Inhale, shift forward, high plank, left hand comes into the middle, left knee comes down. We'll open up into a modified side plank here. So stacking the hips, stacking the shoulders. Inhale, exhale, knee to elbow. We'll do this 10 times. On your 10th one, hold it. And come back to your side plank. Flow through chaturanga. Shift forward. Right hand comes into the middle, right knee down. And again, 10 times here with your modified side plank crunches. Go ahead and start. And 10, hold it. And release. High plank, chaturanga. Lift the heels, bendage the knees. Come to your tabletop. A few rounds of traditional cat-cow here. Inhaling for cat, arching the back, dropping the head. Exhaling for cow, dropping the belly. Lifting the head. 3 times. And we'll cross the ankles, come onto our bottom, and find our butterfly, bottoms of the feet. Come together here, nice tall spine. Maybe flying wings. And we'll come into a wide-legged seated position here. Flexing through the feet. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. And slowly come back up. Bring the right leg into the mat. Left leg to cross. Left foot onto the mat. Flexing through the right foot. Right arm comes up. And twist. Center, left leg goes long, right knee comes in, cross it over, and twist to the other side. Inhale to center, straighten both legs out in front. Remove the flesh from your bottom here, so your sit bones are nice and grounded. Reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. find our boat pose. Extra challenge here, goalpost arms. And we'll straighten goalpost arms 5 times. Butterfly, rest for a minute. We're going to do that 2 more times, but with different arm variations, or you can just sit in your boat pose, whatever you're feeling. Find your boat again. This time out and together 5 times. Find your butterfly when you're done. And this next one, we'll reach up and then out. Up and then out 5 times. When you're ready. And slowly release down to the mat. Oh. Knees come into the chest. Swaying back and forth, massaging the lower back. So we'll come into our bridge pose. We'll do it 3 times, each time being in our bridge for 45 seconds. If you'd like a little extra challenge, you can come into your bridge pose, reaching the arms up to the sky, and then slowly releasing hands come down. Continue to do this for the 45 seconds, or just stay in your traditional bridge pose, whatever your practice or how you're feeling right now after this challenging cardio flow. So let's go ahead and start whatever variation you're feeling, and we'll lift the hips. Actually, heels are as close to the glutes as they can as you ground down through the feet. So let's go ahead and start. And go ahead and slowly release, bringing the knees into the chest, swaying back and forth. Do this 2 more times. Again, whatever variation you're feeling. If these next few times you just want to stay stationary, that's fine. Also, I was thinking while doing, lifting the arms and the hips together, how nice it would be to maybe have some weights in the arms to kind of make it a little bit more challenging, but I think we've challenged ourselves quite a bit today. Alright, let's go ahead and start in our bridge pose. Also, a variation that you can do is if you're staying stationary is maybe lifting the leg, or even if you are coming up and down and lifting the leg, you can do that as well. That's a great option for you. Let's go ahead and start. 5 more seconds. And slowly release. Knees come into the chest. Let's go ahead, let's do the other side. Whatever you did on one side, make sure you even it out on the other. Or again, if you're just staying in a traditional bridge pose, that's great too. Let's go ahead and start. Ten more seconds. And slowly release, knees come into the chest. Oh, you did such a great job. Woo! So let's keep the knees into the chest. Come into this little ball. Supine twist, whatever side feels comfortable. Shoulder blades grounded into the earth, knees stacked and ankles stacked on top of each other. And then slowly come to the other side, maybe letting the arms come out to a T, using your core to come to the other side. Knees slowly come into the chest. Bodies of the feet come together. Knees come to either side. Supta Baddha Konasana, whatever feels comfortable for you right now, but just starting to let the spine ground down into the earth. Chin comes to the chest. As always, to elongate the spine. Arms can stay out to your T. Or maybe one heart on the belly, or one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. Just finding a sense of calm and peace with your breath here. Calming the body and the mind as we ease into our Shavasana today, our resting pose. But as we're doing this, we're still opening the hips and allowing gravity to pull the knees closer to the earth. Nice restorative, actually my favorite restorative pose. And slowly start to bring the knees into the chest. Chin comes to the chest, come into your little ball. Exhale, release. into your final resting pose. You can come back to your Supta Baddha Konasana. That feels right for you. Or come into your corpse pose with the legs long, arms wide, palms facing up, eyes closed. And just sitting here in peace, letting the mind and body rest. As we breathe normally through the nose and soften the face, the shoulders, the fingers, softening the belly, the glutes, thighs, and toes. Doing your duty without attachment to results by necessity means that you first have to define your duty. Sometimes that is easy. In the context of maybe being a parent or in a job environment setting a goal. Often your duty in life is more an undefined thing. It's asking yourself, what am I here for? What am I supposed to give? When you find your answers, you do your duty. The third noble truth in Buddhism or yoga philosophy teaches us that non-attachment leads to freedom from suffering. So I challenge you to let go of attachments, doing your duty with no attachment to results. Act without any thought of results. Ultimately, this message is to counter much of what modern culture tells us about self-worth. That's only achievable with measurable success. So to sum all of this that I'm speaking, our worth isn't measured in the outcome. It's measured in our effort. And today, being on your mat and flowing through this cardio flow, you have made a tremendous effort and should be very proud of yourself. So let's go ahead and start to bring life and movement back into the body through the toes and fingers. Blinking the eyes, connecting again with the breath. Inhale, reach the arms up and over top. Get your nice long body stretch. Exhale, knees into the chest. Maybe swaying back and forth. And then eventually finding your fetal position. Taking one last moment to bring the focus within and notice how you feel mentally, physically, and spiritually, just acknowledging that. Taking this last moment where the mind is at peace and the body is calm. And maybe trying to carry this peace and calm with you throughout the rest of your day or night. Always remembering to come back to the breath. Slowly meeting in a comfortable seated position where we started our practice today. Eyes still closed, grounding through the sit bones. Nice and tall spine. Hands come to heart center. The divine light in me honors the divine light in you. We are one. thumb knuckles to the third eye. May your heart be kind, mind be fierce, and spirit be brave. Namaste. Thank you for letting me challenge you today, and just thank you for showing up on your mat today. As always, if you have any questions or comments, just please comment below, and have a